The but there's room for so many different sports. For sports fans, we kind of will consume almost anything if we have a way to consume it. Like even like right now in track and field, the Diamond League, a lot of the Olympic athletes, almost all the ones, the big names, are in Rome right now. They compete tomorrow morning. I think tomorrow morning in our time. Yeah, it's 6 hours ahead. So, but it's like finding out where to watch it. Okay, it's on Peacock. So now we're getting better with that. I can find it on Peacock, right? But the little kind of blocking and tackling, I did a lot of work for ESPN over the years. It's like daytime and channel. Those are the three things that we need to communicate to audiences. If I don't know where to find the content, I can't become a fan, right? And then the other thing is meeting the athletes, right? This is why I love this show. I get to meet you guys. We push this out as hard as we can to get a lot of eyeballs. We're trying to get a lot of different sponsors involved. But once you start to, as a fan, get to know you athletes, now we have a reason to root, you know? And there's a lot of touch points, whether you're like, oh, I love Notre Dame. You know what I mean? There's a touch point. Or I never knew fencing was so fast. Wow, that's so cool. And like, you know what I mean? It's like every sport has an entry point into it, but it always starts with the athlete, right? The connection back to the athlete. Like, so Nick, what does your rest of your year look like?
Yeah, I'm mostly gonna take some time off, but not too much because our season starts really early. So, my first World Cup's already in like November. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna take a little bit of time off, focus on some other goals in the sport, just trying to grow the sport as much as possible. In fact, that's one of my main goals is also just try to grow the sport to get some eyeballs, like you said, on it, and yeah, and then I'll be back and get back to training.
Yeah, I mean that's why I do love bringing together athletes from different sports too. I think there's crossovers between audiences of different sports. You might not people might not think of fencing as like a really kind of widely followed sport, but it's about we have this kind of research tool that we use. It's about 12% of the total sports fans are interested in fencing, but they're a
Right.
rabid 12%. So these are fans that love the sport of fencing, and so that's what we try to find out. Who are those fans? What are their other interests, and how to bring together, right? So wheelchair basketball fans, their number one other sport they love is not NBA basketball. It's actually the NFL.